به نام خداوند بخشنده مهربان. خانم ها آقایون سلام، من آرش سروری هستم. اینجا استودیو صبا. خوش اومدید به کلید 21. فصل دوم کلید شروع شده. امروز هم یه مهمان ویژه داریم از در واقع دانشگاه لایپزیک آلمان. دومی مهمان خارجی برنامه هستن آقای پروفسور اوتز دورنبرگر که استاد کارآفرینی دانشگاه لایپزیک هستن. بریم تیتراژ ببینیم، برگردیم حتما با شما هستیم. خب در ایام محرم هم هستیم و از طرف کل تیم کلید این ایام رو خدمت شما عزیزان تسلیت عرض می‌کنیم. امیدواریم که یاد اون امام همواره در ذهن ما باقی بمونه و راهش ادامه داشته باشه. مهمان ویژه‌ای داریم، همونطور که گفتم حتما آنونس دیدید، در شبکه‌های اجتماعی هم ما رو دنبال کردید. پروفسور اوتز دورنبرگر که از دانشگاه لایپزیک آلمان در خدمتشون هستیم. آقا سلام، خوش اومدید به برنامه کلید.
سلام.
می‌خواستم اولی سوال پروفسور از این بگم که به هر حال شما استاد دانشگاه لایپزیک آلمان هستید و کارآفرینی درس میدید. یه تعریفی بخوایم از کارآفرینی از دید خودتون برامون بگید.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of different definitions, but I always say as an entrepreneur, what you have to do is you have to create innovations and you have to bring it to the market. That means you should really be able to sense what is a demand in the market, develop a response on this demand. That can be a product, can be a service, develop an organization, a company, and then deliver this new value to the market. And the entrepreneur is a person who should sense the demand in the market, who should then, based on this, develop a new product, a new service, a new value proposition for the customer, finally create a company which deliver this value proposition to the customers in the market.
بسیار. میخوام چند تا خصوصیت مهم و مؤلفه مهم یک کارآفرین رو برامون بگید.
Wow, that is not an easy question because I mean there is a hot debate about can we really characterize an entrepreneur with specific characteristics, and I would say maybe the most important thing in an entrepreneur is that an entrepreneur is a very proactive person. That means is not listening always to other people and listening to them and what they're saying and following their advices. No, it's a person who takes his own way into the market. And maybe what we can also add is that an entrepreneur is a creative person, a person who is developing creative responses to new demands in the market, responses in terms of new products and services, and then, you know, able to deliver this towards the customers.
پروفسور به هر حال شما خلاقیت در کارآفرینی رو میگی. میخوام ببینم که تعریف شما به عنوان یک کارشناس از خلاقیت چیه و نقش خلاقیت در کارآفرینی.
Okay, I mean, let's start with the definition of innovation. I mean, what you can clearly say is innovation is, to put it in a mathematical question, in a mathematical formula, we can say innovation is an invention, so a new thing. That could be a new product, a new service, a new marketing method, plus, and that is very important, the successful commercialization, diffusion of this new thing into the market. And innovation, of course, is very much linked with entrepreneurship. Why? Because very often the entrepreneurs are the main players in an economy bringing these new ideas to the markets. They take them and they say, okay, that can have a chance in the market. I should bring it into the market. I should deliver it towards the society, towards the customers in the market.
تا اینجا ممنونم از شما. بریم یک بخشی رو ببینیم که یک گپی زدیم توی ماشین توی ترافیک تهران و نحوه رانندگی به هر حال ایرانی ها. ببینیم نظر پروفسور در مورد این قضیه توی تهران چیه. برمیگردیم با شما.
I'm now 46-year-old and working as a professor on one side at the university, mainly focusing on this, entrepreneurship and innovation, promotion and developing of small and medium-sized enterprises. And on the other side, I'm also very much interested in the practical implementations of these concepts of how to promote and how to develop small and medium-sized companies. So I'm also a shareholder of a consulting company, and I also support directly as a business angel startup companies. Well, I studied biology and biochemistry first, and I did even my PhD in this field. And then, based on my practical experiences also in supporting startup activities in the biotechnology sector, I decided also to do a master in business administration and then to move much more in the field of management and economics. I have two kids, two boys, one is 7 years old and the other one is 13 years old. And I would say in terms of lifestyle, I'm on one side really a traveler, but that has a lot to do with my job. I'm doing so many international projects and I enjoy it very much to be in different parts of the world, to get experience of how people live, how people think, understand the different values of what people have around the world, and also compare it. Compare it with our own culture in Germany. I also compare it between Iran and a country like Vietnam, for example. So that I enjoy a lot, and I enjoy also to have this network of friends all over the world. This is something which really enrich a lot my life, in my opinion. And this is also something what I would like to give to my kids, that they can also enjoy this international atmosphere, what we can have now in our life, and which of course is a result of globalization, and I think we should use it in order to develop ourselves not only at the local level in one country, enjoy it to do this in different parts of the world. And when I'm not a traveler, I enjoy to be at home. I enjoy to be with my kids and my wife, and that we spend this time together, playing together different games, going together out, visiting restaurants, music, concerts, theater, performance, and so on. Well, let's say like this. As I said before, in my opinion, even as a European, you would have no problem to drive here by car, because it's not so unorganized and so chaotic as you could have it in other countries. Once again, my comparison with Vietnam. I mean, in Vietnam, I would not drive at all by car, but here at least in Tehran, that is what I know. Here one can do it.
میخوام ببینم آیا همه افراد میتونن کارآفرین بشن و اینکه یا اینکه برای کارآفرین شدن باید یه سری آموزش ها رو ببینن.
Okay, I will give you my very personal opinion. I personally think not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Why I'm saying this? Because, when you have kids, and these kids are, let's say, 2-3 years old, then I would say in this age, they are all entrepreneurs. Because what they do, every day they do new things. Every day they proactively discover the world. But then what happens? What happens is we as parents, and we say, no, don't do this. Stop here, this is dangerous. So we as parents, and later on the teachers at the school, I say we kill entrepreneurship. We kill in the entrepreneurial spirit in our kids. And then, you know, when they come to the university, most of the young people, they lost their entrepreneurial spirit, in my opinion, because of us. Because we put them too much rules, what they should not do. But for different reasons, some young people can maintain this entrepreneurial spirit inside. And what we can do at the university is, these people we can detect, we can help them also to understand that they still have this entrepreneurial spirit, and we can help them to use this entrepreneurial spirit to take new products, new service, and to bring it to the market. That is, I think, the role what we can still have. So what I can do is, at the university, I can take these people which still have an entrepreneurial spirit, and I can train them in management topics, in developing business models, in doing market research, and so on. And they can take this knowledge in order to develop their business. But when I have a person who already lost his entrepreneurial spirit, whatever training I do, I will not create once again this entrepreneurial spirit in this person. I have to say, this is my personal opinion. There are, you know, other experts in the market which say, no, it's different. No, one can really train entrepreneurial spirit, development of entrepreneurial spirit in young people. What we should always consider is also here that we do not need that all people in a society are entrepreneurs. Yeah? In a German society, only around 10 to 11% of all the people in the working age are entrepreneurs. The rest of the people are employees, and this is fine. So what I would say, it's not a question of quantity that we need a lot of entrepreneurs. We need very good entrepreneurs. So that means it's a question of quality.
برای کارآفرین شدن چه آموزش‌هایی رو باید ببینن؟
I would say you can be a very good entrepreneur without education. And we have these examples, no? We have people who started a business and they had just elementary school education and they were very successful with this business. But our economies are changing towards what we call knowledge-intensive economy. And in this situation, we need more businesses which are created based on a special knowledge or expertise the entrepreneur has. So in the future, the education of the entrepreneurs will play a bigger role than it was in the past. And technology today plays a growing role in businesses. And when technology is important, entrepreneurs have to be able to use the technology or even to develop technology. And that requires, once again, expertise and knowledge. So that's why when you have a higher level of education, you are more capable to use technology and to develop technology, to apply technology in your startup companies.
شما اول یه تیم میخواید، تیمی که پایا و پویا باشه.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. سلام عرض میکنم خدمت شما مدیران، کارشناسان و صاحب نظران.
همه برندها، چه اونایی که تو حوزه آنلاین هستن چه اونایی که تو حوزه آفلاین هستن، این دو تا اصل رو اصلا رعایت نمیکنن. اولیش داستان پردازی است و دومیش بازی.
دانشگاه ها پرکتیکال یاد نمیدن که آقا کسی حتی بازرگانی بکنه بیاد بتونید چیزی رو صادر کنید.
امیدوارم که امروز برنامه مفیدی رو براتون داشته باشیم و صحبت‌هایی که می‌کنیم در مورد بازاریابی نوین که داستانی داره بازاریابی تو کشور ما، به خاطر اینکه مباحث
Who thinks that most people make purchase decisions based on emotions? Please stand up. Oh yeah!
از ابزارهایی که خیلی خیلی به درد همه شما می‌خوره، از مدیران ارشد گرفته، فعالان فرهنگی، فعالان سیاسی، فعالان اقتصادی، خواهش می‌کنم از این ابزار استفاده کنید.
خب خوش اومدید به ادامه برنامه کلید. شما کلید 21 رو میبینید و در واقع مهمان دوم خارجی برنامه کلید که پروفسور اوتز دورنبرگر هستن از دانشگاه لایپزیک آلمان. ایشون استاد کارآفرینی هستن. ما داریم از تجربیاتشون در برنامه کلید استفاده میکنیم. آقای پروفسور، میخوام ببینم کارآفرینی در دنیای واقعی آیا تفاوتی با کارآفرینی در دنیای اینترنت داره؟
In e-business, as I said before, first of all, not necessarily you have to go the whole pathway of university education to start the business. Today we have a lot of tools which are available, which even somebody who just finished high school can use them in order to create an e-business. And we have a lot of examples of very young people being able to create successful e-businesses in the market. To start an e-business, you need much less resources. Very often a laptop, several computers is enough. So investment is much lower. And that is really an advantage of the e-business field. When it comes to technology-based entrepreneurship in, for example, engineering fields, in, for example, as I said, medical equipment, biotechnology, then, first of all, the investment, what you have to do in these businesses is much higher. You need much more money. Yeah? You need access to laboratory equipment and so on. And that makes it much more difficult to start such a business. And then once again, as we discussed already before, you need very often a higher level of expertise. That means you have to go the pathway through the university, yeah? Bachelor, master, very often PhD degree, even doing some research and development project for some years, and then you are ready, yeah? Then you have a proof of concept of a new technology, a new product, which you can bring to the market. What you need in both types of startups, you need, besides the knowledge about technology, you need also the knowledge about how to manage a business. That is in both fields the same. That's why very often the most successful startups are startups where we have a team of people working together. One person with a technical expertise and one person with a management expertise.
بسیار. برای راه اندازی کسب و کار اینترنتی از دیدگاه شما باید از کجا شروع کنیم؟
Okay, look, first of all, as I said, there are opportunities in the market. Here in Iran, we still see a lot of market segments where e-businesses are not there at the moment. But when you check it in Germany, when you check it in the United States, in a lot of market segments, there are already e-businesses. So here in Iran, there is still a lot of opportunities. There are still a lot of opportunities in the market to set up e-businesses for these market segments. And here, you have not to reinvent the wheel, as I said. You just can take very successful business models from other countries, bring it here and adapt it to the Iranian market and focus it on these market segments where at the moment no e-business offer is available in the market. So the e-business field offers a lot of what we call Me Too opportunities. Me Too means that I can take a business model which was already developed in another country and I can bring it to Iran and implement it here.
در مورد مدل کسب و کار برامون بگید که از دیدگاه شما چه مدل کسب و کاری میتونه خیلی سودده و مفید باشه.
Let's start first what is a business model. A business model normally describes your value proposition as a company. So what is what you offer to the customer, how you produce this value proposition, how you deliver this value proposition to the customer, and finally, how you make money with this value proposition.
توی دانشکده کارآفرینی خب فعالیت‌های متعددی انجام میشه و گروه‌های آموزشی مختلفی داریم در گرایش‌های مختلف در مقطع تحصیلی ارشد و دکترا که دانشجویان ورود به دانشکده میکنن و فعالیت‌های تحصیلیشون رو انجام میدن. منتها در حوزه پژوهش دانشکده ما تلاش میکنیم که برای دانشجویان یک اکوسیستم کارآفرینی ایجاد کنیم. هدف از شکل دهی به این اکوسیستم اینه که دانشجویانی که به دانشکده کارآفرینی ورود میکنن بتونن در ابتدای کارشون یک ایده ای رو انتخاب کنن، ایده‌ای که قابلیت تبدیل شدن به کسب و کار رو داشته باشه و در نهایت با یک کسب و کار از دانشکده خارج بشن. این هدف ماست. برای اینکه این اتفاق بیفته شرایط مختلفی باید مهیا باشه. هم یک سری زیرساخت‌هایی باید فراهم بشه و هم حمایت‌هایی بشه از این دانشجویان که ما این حمایت‌ها رو هم در بخش فرایندی که دوستان باید طی کنن دیدیم براشون به شکل کارگاه‌های مختلفی که ما برای دوستان برگزار می‌کنیم که این کارگاه یکی از اون کارگاه‌ها میتونه باشه که در مسیر راه اندازی کسب و کار دانشجویان بتونن استفاده کنن و همچنین حمایت‌هایی باید صورت بگیره. این حمایت‌ها بعضاً حمایت‌های مالی میتونه باشه. ما در نظر گرفتیم برای دانشجویان که اگر ایده کسب و کاری بدن که به طرح کسب و کار تبدیل بشه، ما این طرح کسب و کار دانشجویان رو مورد حمایت مالی قرار بدیم به این شکل که با صندوق کارآفرینی امید تفاهم نامه‌ای رو امضا کردیم و کارگروهی در دانشکده شکل دادیم که اگر دانشجویی یا دانش آموخته‌ای از دانشکده یک بیزینس پلن مورد تایید این کارگروه داشته باشه، حدود 100 میلیون تومان وام از صندوق دریافت میکنه تا بتونه کسب و کارش رو راه اندازی کنه یا توسعه بده. همچنین مشاورینی رو در نظر گرفتیم که در مسیر راه اندازی کسب و کار به دانشجویان مشاوره بدن و مربیانی که در کنار دانشجویان باشن و در حین طی مسیر دست دانشجویان رو بگیرن. اینها در واقع اجزای اون اکوسیستم و بعضی از بخش‌های این اکوسیستم مثل راه اندازی مراکز شتابدهی و غیره در برنامه‌های آتی دانشکده است.
و حالا از دیدگاهتون اون کسب و کاری که در اون مدل کسب و کاری قوی و سودده چیه؟
Let's say like this. What we see around the world is that those business models are successful where companies were able to be innovative in different parts of the business model. For example, they can have a very innovative product, so the characteristics of the products are very new, and they combine this with a very innovative marketing strategy to deliver this new product, to the market and to inform the customers that this new type of product exists and that they should buy it. But it can be also that you have business models where companies just copy an existing product in the market from a competitor, but they are very good in, and they're innovative in, producing this product in a more efficient way in comparison to the competitor, which allows them to offer this product at a much lower price in the market. And these are also successful business models as we know it from our Chinese colleagues, yeah, and their successful businesses in the international markets. So you see that success in a business depends on a business model which can show some innovative solutions in some part of this business concept. And it has not to be always an innovative product. It can be also an innovation in the production. It can be an innovation in the marketing. It can be an innovation in developing new distribution channels to the customer, which up to now nobody was using. Or it can be even an innovation in the profit model. Yeah? When you take the example like companies like Skype, for example, which established a profit model where one service is free for everybody, and then you have premium services, yeah, where customers have to pay for. And this combination of free service and premium service, yeah, in one business concept is an innovation in the profit model, and that makes them successful.
آقای پروفسور، خیلی از حالا رویدادهای کارآفرینی و استارتاپ ویکندی که تو ایران برگزار میشه بوم کسب و کار یا بوم ناب رو به شرکت کننده ها آموزش میدم. در مورد اونم توضیح بده.
In my opinion, as I said, the business model canvas is just one tool, and you have to combine it with other management tools. Before you really can fill out well a business model canvas, I suggest, first of all, you should understand your customer and the demand of your customer. So we use other tools like the personas tool, like the tool to describe the customer profile and the value map in order to understand customer demand and to design a value proposition. And then we add another tool, which we think is very helpful, what is called 10 types of innovation, because this tool gives you an understanding about innovative business models of other companies around the world, and you can copy innovative concepts from these business models and use them in your own business model to develop a locally more innovative business model.
Many of us want to become entrepreneurs. Starting your own business is one of the biggest dreams of our times. But how do you get to be an entrepreneur? Most of the advice focuses on the practicalities, writing a business plan, raising money, finding staff, marketing and PR. We'll go down a different route. In our eyes, at the heart of successful entrepreneurship lies something oddly more abstract, an accurate insight into the causes of human unhappiness. To be an entrepreneur means essentially to become an expert in the things that make life difficult for people. That's because every properly ambitious business is in some way trying to fix things for other people. And the bigger and more original what you're trying to fix happens to be, the more successful your business can be. Because consumer society is now well developed, it may be easy to think that all the big problems out there already have thousands of fixes anyway. Think of all those car companies or pizza outlets or news websites. We surely have enough of everything. What could we possibly add to what's already out there? But to get a sense of the vast opportunities that still remain in capitalism, all you need to do is ask yourself where and in what areas you're unhappy in the course of an average day. Every unhappiness is really a new business waiting to be born. Your frustrations are a nearly inexhaustible source of raw materials out of which the businesses of the future can be built. So while there may already be plenty of breakfast cereals and t-shirts and cell phones and cab rides for sale, there's so much more that frustrates and depresses us. Think of how difficult it is to get on with one's partner, educate children, cope with anxiety, discover what you want to do with your life, find a nice place to live, calm down in the evening. One could go on and on. Our griefs and irritations are endless, thankfully for the budding entrepreneurs. The biggest first step to take towards entrepreneurship is therefore to learn to study your own unhappiness and what might possibly heal it for you and others. When profits decline in businesses, it's really the result of too many people throwing themselves at trying to fix the same area because they can't think of anything more innovative to do. rather than start a new airline, mobile phone company, or supermarket chain. And by contrast, healthy profits are a reward for understanding and mastering an area of human distress ahead of anyone else. Of course, ideas aren't enough on their own. You need to take care of practicalities and money, but they won't help you if your original psychological insight into human unhappiness isn't sound. And by the same token, if your insight into what makes people unhappy is razor sharp, and your solutions bold, then however difficult the journey, your business will stand a high chance of making money and benefiting humanity too.
چطور میشه پروفسور یک کسب و کار اینترنتی رو توسعه داد و به یک تجارت بین‌المللی تبدیلش کرد؟
In my opinion, when it comes to the internationalization of e-businesses, first of all, it's very important to understand the different customers' demands, what you can have when you compare your home market with target markets in other parts of the world. So understanding this demand, doing the right market research, collecting this information is the first and very important step. A second important issue is that in internationalization of e-businesses, you have also to consider how you will deliver your products or services to the international customers. Because very often, when it comes to electronic shops, e-commerce, you can organize well the delivery in Iran. But then when you go to the neighboring country and you offer your e-business offer there, then you have also to consider how you organize, for example, delivery there. And that can be quite complicated because maybe you have not so well developed delivery services, maybe you have established your own delivery system. So beside the platform, you have to consider also how you internationalize all the supporting services for the platform. And that is delivery, that is also payment, how you organize this at the international level. And one more thing, in electronic businesses, in internet-based businesses, the knowledge of different languages, understanding what the customer wants, speaking the language of the customer in the target market approach is a very important issue. So without this knowledge of languages, of international languages, you will be not successful.
توصیه راهکارتون برای توسعه کسب و کارهای ایرانی در بازارهای بین‌المللی چیه؟
When it comes to internationalization of small and medium-sized companies here from Iran, I think, first of all, as a company, you should think in a stepwise approach. Maybe for very few companies, it will be possible immediately go to very demanding markets like Germany, like United States, and to offer their products and services there. For the majority of the companies, when it comes to going to the international market, they should think first in the neighboring markets. In markets here in the region, where maybe demand is similar, like in Iran, where you just have to make small adaptation of your products or services to fit with the demand in these target markets. Companies which already have this experience in the local market as well as in the neighboring countries, they could then do the next step and think about how to enter more distant markets, like for example in Europe. Here it's very important that companies look for partners, because as a small and medium-sized company from Iran, it's not so easy, especially when it comes to the necessary resources, financial resources, to enter a market like in Germany. But when you can find the right partner, a partner who can, for example, help you in distributing your product, or partner who is interested in buying your products and incorporating them in their own products, then you have a good chance also to develop this type of markets. What is also important is that Iranian companies have to understand that when you go to international markets, you have to invest in international marketing. That means you have to develop your website in English. You have to develop your presentations of your products, your flyers, your brochures in English language. you have to come up with such kind of marketing materials when you contact customers, for example, in a market like Germany. In your marketing, you have to give an evidence that you have a high capacity of producing a product in the right quality, even to a market like Germany. When you cannot provide this evidence, when you just talk, yeah, and the people don't see hard facts, then they will not really be interested in your offer. So this is the first thing what we should understand in our customer profile. What is a job the customer wants to get done? Because the customers always buy something because they want to get done something. You know, the additional benefit the customer may seek. What is the gain? I give you an example. You know the Porsche car, yeah? Porsche. Yeah. You have one?
We all dream.
Wish we
in Iran you can find
you can see it here on the streets, yeah, also in Tehran. In my city, Porsche is producing only in 2 cities in Germany, the car. One is in Stuttgart, which is the headquarters of Porsche, and the other one is Leipzig. Yeah, in my city, they produce the Porsche car. So, why people buy a Porsche car?
Experience in limited sense.
Yeah, this luxury issue. But why it shouldn't be such a problem?
Are you talking about getting the job done or the gain?
The gain.
The gain, the image other people get of you. I mean, that prestige, that image.
The gain, what they want to get is an image. Yeah? The product is supporting their image, you know. But this image here, okay, I'm a rich guy, you know, yeah, I have enough money to buy a Porsche car. So that can be also a job. Yeah, job, as you understand, can be different ones. No? The most important jobs are normally always here, are functional. Yeah? But in some segments, don't forget it, social jobs can be important. Emotional jobs can be important. Yeah? We have, for example, we have in Germany a company which is called like this, Jochen Schweizer. This is the name of a person. And you know, you go to their website, it's a platform. What you see there is, they offer you very emotional events, but you can book there for your friends.
So like we're in the process of developing our business model.
Yeah.
Do these factors actually come in chronological order? I mean, first we have to think about how to get the job done and then the pain and the gain. I mean, do we have to do them all together or no, in sequence? First the job and then...
I would say the job typically is the first let's say segment of the demand of the customer, what we should understand first. Because it's typically the reason why they come to us. Yeah? They need to get the job done. But when I create my offer, I always say it's not enough just to think in how I make it possible that the customer gets the job done. I should also consider the pain and the gains. And when I consider the whole demand, then I can, and that will be our next step after this step, I can create a value proposition to the customer which focus on the job, but not only on the job. It's a powerful tool for this iteration process in polishing your business model. Yeah.
پروفسور، نقش دولت‌ها را در حمایت از کارآفرین چطور می‌بینید؟
In my opinion, a government should do mainly 3 things. First of all, a government can support institutions like, for example, universities, that they can set up entrepreneurship support programs, that they can establish entrepreneurial education activities at the universities, that they can set up a coaching support for startups, that they can even set up incubators. The second important issue is, as startups, we need seed capital, we need startup capital. And you know, it's not so easy to get this money in the private financial market. We have not very often enough venture capital available in the market. So here governments can also jump in and provide financial resources to private investors, or they can invest together with private investors in new startups. And the third aspect is a general aspect. I think as a government, together with even other players in the society, we should simply promote the topic of entrepreneurship in all levels. In schools, in universities, even in companies. To say, to be an entrepreneur, that is something very important for society, so we need more entrepreneurs, and we should do really this marketing in our societies that more people go this way.
پروفسور، ما همیشه از مهمانان میخوایم چند تا کتاب کلیدی معرفی کنن که به درد همه بخوره یا جرقه رو تو ذهن مخاطبا بذاره. اگه بخواین دو سه تا کتاب خوب معرفی کنید کدوماست؟
I would suggest you one book, which for me was, very important in order to learn how one can develop innovative business models, and that is a book by Mr. Keeley about the 10 types of innovation. Because here we can find a very comprehensive overview about innovative strategies in business models of a lot of different, today well-known companies. And as an entrepreneur, I can learn a lot from these examples.
خودتونم چند تا کتاب مثل که نوشتید در مورد اونا کوتاه میشه توضیح بدید چی هست؟
Yes, we have at the end 2 books which we developed, and one can even download them from our website in the internet, which is www.in4in.net. And in these books, on one side, we show our strategies of how to promote entrepreneurship at higher education institutions, that means university. And on the other side, we have also a book which we call The Management of the Fuzzy Front End of Innovation, where we show the tools, the management tools, which one can use in order to develop innovative ideas and plan successfully innovation projects.
بله، پس یه جوری هدیه آقای پروفسور به شما مخاطبان عزیز بود که برنامه رو می‌بینید. سایت in4in.net یا همون این، البته 4 به صورت عدد 4، این دوباره .net. برید اونجا و کتابا رو میتونید حتما دانلود کنید. ارتباط مخاطبان با شما از چه شکلی میتونه باشه؟ حالا فرمودید سایت، لینکدین هم گویا هستید. راه دیگه‌ای هست؟
Yes, of course. The best way is also to do it in LinkedIn. They can just, put my name and they will see me, because my first and my surname as a combination does not exist in other part of the world. It's very unique.
اوتز دورنبرگر.
Exactly.
ما به رسم یاد بود یک لوح تقدیر رو در واقع تقدیم شما میکنیم. امیدواریم که همیشه داشته باشید و حفظش کنید.
Okay, thank you very much.
متشکرم از حضورتون در
Of course, we should do it like this. Thank you, and it was a pleasure to have this interview with you.
خیلی خوشحال شدیم، ما هم همینطور. پروفسور، میخوام در آخر فقط یه جمله کلیدی بگید. کلیدی ترین جمله.
I have always a very simple statement. Let's not talk so much about things, let's simply do them.
خیلی ممنون، خیلی عالی. امیدوارم شما هم از این مصاحبه و گفتگو لذت برده باشید. زیرنویس‌ها رو حتما بخونید. اسامی کسانی که برنده میشن توی برنامه‌مون حتما در سایت e-act.ir ثبت میشه. کیش و آیار هم فراموش نکنید. در آپارات، اینستاگرام و تلگرام حداقل میتونید فالوور باشید. در تمام شبکه‌های اجتماعی ما با همین آیدی هستیم. ما سعی میکنیم که نمایشگاه بزرگ و بین‌المللی جیتکس دبی رو که اواخر مهر ماه هست برای اولین بار بتونیم تو ایران پخش زنده از آپارات بریم. این نوید رو بهتون میدیم اگر مشکل خاصی پیش نیاد. از 25 تا 30 مهر ماه منتظر این پخش زنده باشید. ما سعی میکنیم که پاویون ایران با استارتاپ ها و کسب و کارهایی که حضور دارن رو یک مقایسه با کل دنیا بکنیم. امیدواریم این اتفاق بیفته. امیدوارم که از این برنامه لذت برده باشید. حتما اگر لذت بردید با لایک، کامنت و به اشتراک گذاری اون به ما کمک کنید. تا درودی دیگر بدرود، خدا نگهدار.